What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CamATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, for real though. Take a second, go down in this where it says subscribe, click on that, click on the bell next to subscribe so it lets you know when I post my videos, and then comment something amazing down in the comment section like, "Hey Cam, you're awesome. Appreciate you, Cam. Good job. You suck, Cam." You know what I mean? Anything. Comment anything down in the comment section. Just be a part of, conversing down in the comment section. Thank you guys for joining me as always. As you guys can see, I am back for the Thursday night showdown. Now, our takedown of the season so far for NFL was on Sunday night showdown slate. Absolutely took it down in that week 3 showdown. It was beautiful. Members won. I had multiple members show me screenshots of thousands and winnings. That's awesome. Great showdown to kind of make up for the slow start in NFL. But week 4, we're getting it all back, starting with this Thursday night showdown. All right, now we have a very exciting game here. Two offenses, super high powered, awesome teams, great matchup. No, honestly, this game is kind of a slugfest. But at the end of the day, hey, making money is making money, and we got to do what we got to do to get the W here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to talk about my favorite players. I'm going to lock in like 3 guys that I'll be using most likely. This is still the beginning look at it. I've been looking at it for a few days now to prepare for it, but don't just lock these 3 guys in and then just randomly throw 3 other guys in and expect to take it down. All right. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk it over and talk strategy. Now, the first way that I'm thinking of going is Ripien or Ripien, however you say his name, is going to be the starter for Denver. With that being said, I think there's going to be a lot relying on Melvin Gordon with the short little dump offs and to Noah Fant or Noah Font, however you say it. I'll say Noah Font. It sounds better. Noah Font. And neither defense is great, honestly. The Jets have done an okay job at stuffing runs. Like they have one of the higher stuffed percentages, which means they're stopping running backs at the line of scrimmage more often than any other team in the NFL. But at the end of the day, they're still giving up chunks at times. So Melvin Gordon's just going to be very highly used in this offense today, especially with Ripien coming in. They probably don't want him to do a ton and put too much pressure on him. So expect a lot of Melvin Gordon. At this moment, Melvin Gordon's probably my favorite captain. Really, when it comes to captain on this slate, you don't have to get cute. All you need to do is figure out what guy do I think scores the most, and you'll be good to go. Put him in captain, okay? Because you don't have a lot of high-priced guys on this slate. A lot of guys that are out of range to play. A lot of guys are playable here, all right? So Melvin Gordon's the way I want to start it off. With Ripien coming in, I expect Denver to lean heavily on the run. And I definitely expect that Melvin Gordon's going to get a lot of play here, and I could see him getting in the end zone once or twice here against the Jets. All right, now, on the other side, Jamison Crowder is back for the Jets. As we know, this dude was an absolute target monster week 1, and then he hasn't played since. I know that he's coming back from injury, so it's a little bit of a risk, but this Jets offense needs him. He's only 8'2". I mean, the kid, he gets targeted so heavily by Sam Darnold. I mean, you can obviously tell Darnold doesn't want to throw to Berrios, doesn't want to constantly throw to these other guys. Okay, like he throws to Berrios if he has to, but you can tell he just doesn't really wanna, And with Crowder back, he's gonna have his boy back to throw to. So I really love Jamison Crowder for the Jets going against Denver. Running back Melvin Gordon, of course. Obviously, if I like Jamison Crowder, then I'm going to like some Sam Darnold. I like both quarterbacks. Ripien and Darnold can both be played on this slate. Like I said, you're really just going off of who scores the most points. Noah Font, I talked about that before. With Ripien as quarterback, I think these newer quarterbacks coming in are going to rely heavier on their running back, dump offs to their running backs, and tight end short routes. You know what I mean? So Noah Font is a solid option. Jerry Judy is an option as well as 7-8. He's perfectly fine to go with. I'm not going to be going Berrios. Now that Jamison Crowder's back, instead of Berrios, I do prefer to go with Chris Hogan at 3-2. Hogan just played some good minutes. Let's make sure he's He's listed as questionable, so keep an eye on that. But I think Chris Hogan plays, and if Hogan plays, I know that Perryman's out, but here's the thing. Week 1 kind of told us a lot here because Barrios didn't play a bunch of snaps week 1. Um, and then week 2, Perryman gets out, and then you've got Jamison Crowder out. Now, here's the thing Crowder's back. I think it's going to be Crowder, Hogan are going to be the main receivers that are going to be playing snaps. You will see, obviously, you'll see Barrios on the field, but I don't think he's going to play near as many snaps as Hogan and Crowder. Now, if Hogan ends up out, Barrios is a fantastic play. All right. Now, when it comes to the running back situation on the Jets side, Frank Gore, these guys just don't feel great to me. I'm not trying to get much exposure to any of these guys at all. I probably won't have any at all, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, so I'm not interested in the Jets' run game. I'm more interested in the pass game for the Jets, in the run game for Denver, because at least they have Melvin Gordon. At least they have a talent back there. Pay attention to Philip Lindsay. He is officially unlikely to appear in this game against Denver, which is great news for Melvin Gordon. That locks him in at captain. Don't have to worry about Lindsey coming in to take some of these dump offs away from him. It's going to be all Melvin Gordon with Ripien or Ripien, whatever. And yeah, so Melvin Gordon's locked at captain. Jamison Crowder's my next favorite. And then to lock it, oh, well, let's talk about a value, though. We have a $200 value that I think is sneaky. And let me find him. Where is he? Josh Malone. All right. Josh Malone's not going to play a ton of snaps, but I could see a situation where he ends up being able to catch a few touchdowns. This dude is a very athletic player in general. Not a few touchdowns, a few catches. You know, even if he gets like 3 catches, that would be great. If he returns one, he's a kick returner too. So Josh Malone is a solid option at 200. I could see him getting 3, 4 targets in this one. I would not be surprised. And at 200, he's just a super punt. You don't need that. But I'm just saying that is available to you if you need a super cheap value that you can. I mean, Malone is okay. Am I saying that you're gonna fucking do great with him? No, but he's okay as an option. All right. So Chris Hogan's probably my favorite value overall at 3-2. If he plays, it'll be Chris Hogan as my favorite value at 3-2. I could even see a scenario where, oh yeah, I'm gonna end it with the Broncos. Okay. Yes, I like the Jets players. I love Crowder. I love going Darnold with Crowder. Those are really the only 2 guys that I really love from that offense. On the other side, though, I think this Broncos defense should do pretty well against the Jets offense. I mean, the Jets have been giving up the most points in the league to defenses this year. They've been really struggling as an offense. The Broncos defense is banged up, yes, but the Broncos at 5-6, I think they can return value here on this one. So the Broncos defense is fine, even if Crowder and uh, Darnold's get a touchdown, that's fine because I wouldn't be surprised to see the Broncos get a pick 6 in this one and score a touchdown themselves. That's why I like the Broncos defense. I think they're a solid option. But if you don't want to go the Broncos D, Melvin Gordon, Jamison Crowder, and then pairing up Crowder with Darnold is probably the ideal start to go. All right, because when it comes to the quarterbacks on this slate, Darnold is the best option. I would have to predict that he's going to be the higher scoring one out of the 2 quarterbacks in this game just because I don't know a ton about Ripien or Ripien or whatever his name is, plain and simple. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this game be a ground and pound it game, but honestly, the Jets don't love to run it with Frank Gore and shit. So Jamison Crowder's going to get a ton of targets. Melvin Gordon's going to get a lot of run on the other side, a lot of dump offs, a lot of short little routes. We know he can catch the ball from what we saw when he was in Los Angeles. So this is a great start. Melvin Gordon, Jamison Crowder, Sam Darnold, and then Ripien, he's in play as well, seeing that we really don't have to save money anywhere. Noah Font is in play. Jerry Judy's in play. Barrios will be amazing if Hogan ends up out. And that's about the core that I'm sticking with. I'm sticking with the top spot guys. I don't really care too much about value guys. If I do go a value, then it would be, like I said, Chris Hogan if he plays, or Josh Malone. All right. Outside of that, you can play defenses, you can play kickers, But my main guys that I'm focusing on is these top spots because you can get them, and they're all guys that have the potential that they could score the highest points on this slate, any one of them. And you want to have that guy that scores that highest amount of points. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Good luck tonight. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. Go ahead and join now. Before Thursday night, you get Thursday night, Saturday's college football, and Sunday, week 4. All right. Let's get it. I'm out.